Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Pokemon GO Plus. If we come down to the unboxing cam, you're going to see the box here, and it has so much like text everywhere around here. Obviously there's like 3 different languages, but there's just text everywhere on here. So if you'd like to go ahead and pause this and read it, feel free to. Pretty much what the back here is telling you is that you can connect it to Pokemon Go and spin Pokestops and throw Pokeballs with that. It'll also let you choose between the Great Ball and the Ultra Ball, which I'll get into a little bit later. But also if you look here in the middle, it says it'll connect to Pokemon Go or Sleep. Do you keep track of your sleep with this device? But if you want to go ahead and open this up here, I did already get rid of all of the tape, so no worries there. But I did want to show off, look at these sleeping Pikas. As you open the box, there's some sleeping Pikachus in there. Very nice. And here it is. Da-na-na-na. Now, I'll be honest, I did open this up a little bit. I just took this part out so I can go ahead and connect it. But this right here is actually the device itself. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the older Pokemon GO Plus to compare this to. But if you look at the size of my hand, it's about the size of my palm. It's not, honestly, it's a little bit smaller than I kind of thought it was. And it has this nice backing. I feel like it's very similar to the design of the Pokewalker, which, yeah, I just went ahead and grabbed as well. This is actually a lot smaller than I remember it being, I guess because I was a child. But if you do want to compare it to the Pokewalker, apologies for the dust, it hasn't been used in so long. But the design is pretty similar. This one just is a little bit bigger, but you can compare these two if you're able to. And the backs kind of feel the same too, except this one has a clip and this one does not. And I guess while we're on the topic of comparison, here is the Poké Ball Plus that you could use with Pokemon Let's Go that also connected to Pokemon Go, if you'd like to compare these two together as well. So ultimately, this device is actually bigger than the rest of them. But once again, it does fit in your pocket very nicely, or if you want to carry it into a bag and stuff, it's very slim, so it fits in pretty much anywhere you'd like it to. And on the device itself, it has right here the USB-C for the charging, and on the top here there's a button here which I believe is used to connect the device, and then just the main circular button in the middle here. Setting this aside and looking at the rest of the box, I believe that this is just, oh yeah, there is something under here. There is looks to be the manual, the operation manual, if you'd like to take a peek at this. But here's, yeah, pretty much just how you charge it and stuff like that. It's the usual stuff that'd be in an operation manual. But the rest of the goodies are under this little flap here. I'll start with this one because it is the charger. So every one of these will come with a charger. But it does come with like the generic USB to USB-C. If you like to charge your device with that, you just go ahead and plug it into the bottom right here. And then you're good to go. And the last thing that comes in the box here is this little wrist strap, actually. If I can try and get this out of here. Geez, they wrapped this one up. And also this chip clip. It comes with a chip clip. So here's the wrist strap. It's pretty cute. It has like the electric kind of design to it. I believe, wait, are those Z's actually? Oh, I didn't notice this before, but those, okay, those don't look like they're meant to be Z's. It kind of just looks like it's the design on like Pikachu's tail almost. But I don't know, they also could be, no, maybe they're not Z's. I don't know. But this will go through here and attach in here, and you can like connect it through your pants or your, you know, if you have a bag that you want to attach this to. There we go, got it around there. Cool. Now we can actually tighten it up. Here we go, nice. We got the cool little wrist strap attached to it. So this chip clip looking thing, it does attach to this. And apparently this is used to like connect to your pillow or something like that, so that way when you're using it for Pokemon Sleep or for the sleep tracking stuff, it doesn't like fall off the bed, which is actually kind of something that I was wondering about, because like as someone who does like toss and turn a lot, I was like, how are you gonna keep this from falling off? But no, you just attach this to your pillow, and yeah, it should stay. Now that we've opened the device, let's switch over to Pokemon Go and kind of get a look at everything that it does in the game and see how to set it up. Now, for this device to be paired, you're going to want to open up Pokemon Go, come down here and go into the settings, scroll down to connected devices and services, accessory devices, and you'll see here how to pair a new device. In order to pair, it says to press the main button on your accessory device to make it discoverable by Pokemon Go. So once you press that, it should start, yep, right there. It's just as fast as that, it'll pop up. You just click it, and then it'll start to pair. Would you like to finish pairing? Then it goes on about how if this was connected to another account, their stuff will be erased. So just make sure that they're okay with that. To finalize pairing, you just press these both buttons at the exact same time. It'll connect. And immediately, yeah, it's going to work right away. And you'll see pop on my phone, something will either be caught or run away. It looks like it failed it. It just starts immediately. But if you want to go ahead and start looking through all of the other options that we can, and this thing lights up a lot, by the way, you're going to see it popping up on the screen here. For the sake of the video, I'm going to turn off enable auto throw so it stops catching stuff in the middle of the recording, but it is super nice. So with our options here, you'll see the very first thing is enable Pokeball auto throw, which I think is one of the most useful features of this. Auto throw will only use Pokeballs, not Great Balls or Ultra Balls. Essentially what this means is that as you're walking around, pretty much what we saw it doing immediately right after I connected it, it'll start just trying to catch these Pokeballs Pokemon that are out and about here, it'll start catching them. And then below it, it says enable Pokestop auto spin, which is the exact same thing. If you're walking by a Pokestop, it'll spin it for you. This next one here is the button throw Pokeball section, which is actually new to the Pokemon GO Plus Plus. If you have this selected, you can actually choose to click this button and it will throw a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball instead of a Pokeball to catch the Pokemon. So if you have an abundance of Great Balls or Ultra Balls, you can go ahead and use this feature and it will use those Pokeballs instead of regular Pokeball. And then below we have enable quick reconnect mode, which will just reconnect your device if it gets disconnected, which I've noticed it does sort of frequently. However, it pops up with a notification on your phone that says your session with this device has ended, please reconnect. And in order to do that, it's just super easy. If it does get disconnected, a really easy way to go back and to reconnect it is just press this button above the rocket radar below the campfire maps, and it's just as easy as that. Now here with the enable Pikachu voice effects, I do have this turned off because I did feel like Pikachu was a little bit too loud. I'm not entirely sure how to get Pikachu to just say something on its own without like doing anything. I'm not sure how to force that to happen, but I did turn that off. It is nice that you can turn it off though, because there are features on this, like the lights, for example, when it's catching something. I do feel like they're a bit much, and there's no way to dim them or turn them off or anything. The vibration is kind of a lot as well, but I don't really mind the vibration that much. I do feel like the lights are, you know, if it's hanging off the side of your, you know, the pants is just hanging there, or your bag or something, and there's a disco ball going off, I could see maybe that'd be a bit much. But so there is no way to dim the lights, but you can turn off the Pikachu's voice effects. Now for the notifications, it will identify you of nearby Pokemon. If disabled, your Pokemon GO Plus Plus will not be able to catch Pokemon. So in order for it to catch random Pokemon, you'll need to have this turned on, so that way you can, you know, so it'll acknowledge that there's a Pokemon nearby. And the very similar thing with the identify nearby Pokestops. If disabled, your Pokemon GO Plus Plus will not be able to interact with Pokestops. And you can go ahead and turn on and off push notifications if you'd like to know when you spin a Pokestop or when you catch or fail a Pokemon. You can turn that on or off. Next up here, we do have the sleep data, which this device is able to do. You can share sleep data with Pokemon Go. If disabled, do not earn any rewards for tracking your sleep with Pokemon Go Plus Plus. So if you want to track your sleep, you do need to have this on. Here you can also set your reward time, which is when you can log in and get your rewards for sleeping. I have mine set for 2 p.m. because my sleep schedule is not the best. And then down below here, you have the about, troubleshooting device quick start. If you have any issues with your device, you can go through there and hopefully find some help. But even within the time of recording this, you can kind of see which Pokemon I caught, which ones didn't. Here we caught a couple Skitty, but we did miss a Lotad, and then some other stuff were caught as well. And yeah, I mean, I've been sitting at my desk, but yeah, since 9:22, I've been probably sitting here and doing this. You can see all the Pokemon that it spawned and it tried to catch. But it did go ahead and catch pretty much everything other than this Mareep, which maybe it wanted me to catch first. I don't know. Hi, Mareep. Hello. Let's go ahead and catch this Mareep. Hey, my favorite Pokemon just wanted an appearance in the video. It's okay. It's allowed. So ultimately, what do I think about the Pokemon Go Plus Plus? Do I recommend it? Do I not recommend it? Friendly reminder that this device is $55 if you want to keep that in mind. If you're an avid Pokemon Go player and you like to play it all the time, you go out for community days, you just go out and about and you're always checking Pokemon Go, I think this device is super helpful, as even with just a quick trip to the store, it goes ahead and catches so many Pokemon. You can get home, check and see what you caught, release what you don't want, keep what you want, and those are things that you don't have to be checking your phone for and trying to catch while you're, you know, grocery shopping. Another example is, let's say you're playing Pokemon Go Community Day. You want to go ahead and try and catch everything, but there's a lot spawning. This will help you catch them. You don't got to worry about it. If you have to stop playing for a little bit and go do something else, this device will still be catching them in the background, and you can go ahead and check and see maybe you found a couple shinies while you were off doing something else. Okay, so I do recommend it for players that play Pokemon Go a lot, but what about other people that kind of just play it casually? Which means that if you don't play a whole lot, you are going to still be catching things. You'll be, you know, knowing when you're spinning stops, and that can help you get a lot of items or a lot of Pokemon that maybe you would have missed out on just because you don't play as much. But also, if you don't play as much, maybe you don't care to have that stuff. So really, that kind of is up to you. It is a great handy device, and I think it works really well for Pokemon Go players. But is it a device that will bring people to start playing Pokemon Go? I'm not really too sure. And once again, this device will connect to Pokemon Sleep, so you can use it to record your sleep data, which is super cool. That way you don't have to worry about having your phone on all night, or accidentally like getting up and locking the phone or something and not realizing you did it and kind of ruining your sleep stuff. This device right here will just kind of do it all for you. All you gotta do is lay it flat on your bed. I believe you hold it in to connect it to the sleep. Yep. There it is. Now it's connecting. Now it is timing my sleep schedule. And Pikachu has a very lovely lullaby. Dang, this lullaby. Wow, this goes on longer than I thought it would. Nice. Now, one thing with tracking your sleep, in order to connect it to Pokemon Go and stuff, it does need to be a minimum of 90 minutes. So you are going to want to make sure that if you are trying to connect it to your sleep stuff, that you sleep more than 90 minutes in order for it to register. This is such a super handy little device, and I'm excited to go out and play more Pokemon Go with this. And I also can't wait for Pokemon Sleep to see how this will help out with that game. And just, I don't know, I'm excited for that game in general. There'll be a video about that eventually when it comes out. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know down below, did you pick up a Pokemon Go Plus Plus? Are you planning on it? Make sure you click like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. But most importantly, make sure you stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.